Alright, hey, Hades Omega here, and it's another Soooo I video by Hades Omega, alright? So it's been a little minute since I made one of these videos. I pretty much got the Soooo the way I like it, so I don't really do much work on it anymore. I just kind of ride it nowadays. But anyway, the video's on what's inside this package here, okay? So I'll tell you what it is now. It's a new sprocket for my bike, okay? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't want to buy this item, but I'm kind of like forced to right now. Okay, so let me give you some background about the rear sprocket on my bike. Okay, so here I got Lunacycle 62 sprocket. This is actually the sprocket that came with my bike when I got it. Okay, it's a 62 dealie. It's made by Lunacycle. It says LC on it right there, and yeah, so it's a great sprocket for a stock bike, okay? But I think if you got a more powerful bike like mine, with that's running like 72 volts, you probably don't need all that much torque, okay? Because you got like pretty much double the power of a stock Soooo, okay? So I honestly, I don't think I really need this anymore. But you know, I could always dial the power back. You know, I just feel it's too much power. So I wanted to try something like in between the stock size sprocket. Okay, so right now I have the 48 tooth sprocket on, and then I went from the 60 to the 48 tooth. I've never run the 48 tooth sprocket on my bike, and I don't like it. Okay, for riding off road, I think the stock sprocket is not good enough. Okay, if you're going up any kind of hills or something, you're gonna want a bigger sprocket. Okay, so I decided. I think 60 is too much. I didn't want to get a 64, okay? They know they have 64s. I think Soooo makes a 58, and I've seen some 54. Lunacycle does make a 54 tooth sprocket, okay? But as of this video, there's nowhere you can get a sprocket, at least none that's like in the United States, okay? I can't get it from eBikeZilla. I can't get it from Lunacycle, okay? Lunacycle has like 48 tooth sprockets, plenty of 48 tooth sprockets, because I think they're just takeoffs. I bought like 2 48 tooth sprockets, okay? Let me tell you a secret though. If you put that 48 tooth sprocket on your supermoto wheel, it makes your bike a lot zippier. I much prefer the 48 tooth sprocket on the supermoto wheel. I think that's a good setup, okay? So I'm gonna set this aside. Yeah, so I don't like the 48 tooth on the dirt wheel, okay? I feel it's just inadequate torque for just off-road riding, okay? I think if you're just putting around town with the dirt wheels, it's perfectly fine, okay? So I wanted to try something in between, something between a 60 and a 48, and I decided to go with a 54 tooth, okay? So let me show you what's in this package. We're gonna do an unboxing right now, all right? Here we go. Boom, there it is. That's what I got. So it's from Lunacycle. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I got right here. And we'll take a closer look at it in a bit, okay? So this is the Luna 2-piece Vortex Eclipse for Soooo. It's not really a Vortex. I bought the Lunacycle one, okay? Lunacycle actually makes a sprocket. Okay, so it's a Soooo parts, a Luna Cr80 Sprocket adapter. So this is a Cr80 Sprocket, okay, for Soooo Lightbee, made by Lunacycle. Oh look, it comes with a link extender too. Oh nice. I'm not going to use this, by the way. I'm going to tell you why I'm not, and why I don't really recommend what I just bought. But we'll see how it works. So that's the sprocket. This is a Cr80 sprocket. It's a 54 tooth. I don't know. Doesn't say 54 tooth anywhere, but the one I ordered was for a 54 tooth. Okay. I wanted to try 54 tooth out. Okay. So 54 is in between 48 and 60, okay? So I wanted to try it out. There is a 58 tooth also, but I imagine 58 is pretty similar to a 60 tooth. I wanted to try something in between, so I get a little top speed and a torque boost, okay? So That's what I'm looking for. And then a Cr80 adapter with titanium screws. Okay, that's what this guy is. Okay. Oh, okay, and it says Luna 54-2 sprocket. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so I bought this as a kit, and the kit costs $65. Okay, and $7.50 shipping with $6 tax. Total damage was $78.51. So this is about a $80 two-year door sprocket kit. Okay. So why don't you recommend this Hades Omega? Okay, there's two things. There's two reasons I don't recommend what's in this kit. Okay, I recommend you do not use this. Okay. Actually, let's go to my washer and we'll go check it out. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the unboxing here. We're gonna this is a kind of a close-up. What better place to do it than on the wheel? Okay, this is the wheel that this sprocket will be going on. Okay, so the story is Hades Omega needs a new sprocket for his dirt wheel. Okay, so currently I got the 48-2 sprocket. That's the stock size sprocket. Like I said, I had a 62 sprocket on it before, and I broke it. Okay, so what happened was I bent the sprocket. Okay, so here I got the Lunacycle 62 sprocket. Why aren't you using the 62 sprocket anymore, Hades Omega? Because I bent it. Okay. So one of the problems with running a big sprocket is it's more easily damaged than a smaller sprocket. Okay, that's kind of like the reason why you don't see dirt bikes with big brake rotors on it, right? Well, because you could damage your brake rotor on a rock or something, and that's exactly what happened to my sprocket. I was doing some hard enduro stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was riding this Jeep trail, and what did they call it? It's called a waterfall. Okay, I was trying to ride up a waterfall. A waterfall is like a very steep kind of rocky section you're trying to climb up. Okay, and the 62 sprocket is great for that. It gives you plenty of torque, and the Lightbee is great for it too because it's really light. It's pretty much like a trials bike. But anyway, I dumped the bike on a rock, and then I think I bent the sprocket. So I'm pretty sure I know when it happened. And yeah, so I bent the sprocket. So I did notice somebody noted on one of my videos that my sprocket was warped or something, and you could see the chain like kind of wiggle a little bit, or it wasn't straight. And then I found out if you have a warped sprocket, if you notice your chain doesn't move really smoothly or in a straight line, you could potentially throw your chain. So I've had it throw my chain twice. Okay, not fun, dude. When I launched it off a jump, boom, the chain comes off, and then when you land, no chain, and then it gets, you have to put the chain back on. It could potentially damage your bike. You don't want any of that. So if you have a bent or warped sprocket, do not ride your bike with it. Okay, especially don't launch it. Okay, that's when I've had the most problems, when I launched the bike on a jump. So like now I can launch my bike on a jump again because I have a good sprocket. Okay. But anyway, I liked using the 62 sprocket, and I thought it's a better off-road than the 48-2. The 48-2 just not enough torque. Okay, but I wanted to try something in between, just to give it a try, and I got this 52 sprocket. I feel that I don't want to get something too big. If I got the 64, it would be even bigger, and it would be more prone to getting damaged. Okay, if you do like some hard enduro type riding where you ride over rocks and stuff, and you might dump your bike on its side, you could very easily bend your thing. And this is a stainless steel, so stainless steel is very hard to bend. Okay, but yeah, so I decided to get something in between. So it's not as big as the 60 tooth, but it's bigger than the 58 tooth. You'll still get more torque out of this. You'll lose a little top speed over the 48 tooth, but you'll also like not damage your sprocket. Okay, since you see how much smaller this sprocket is compared to this one right here. Okay, this one, it will be more prone to damage. So this is kind of like an in between. There's less chance of this getting damaged compared to this. Okay, so I think if you're like hardcore, you like to ride really rough trails and ride over rocks and stuff, I think you should get something smaller than a 62. A 62 is probably a little too easy to get bent and stuff. Okay, so that's why I went with the 54 tooth. So the reason I had to buy this kit is because Lunacycle doesn't sell any 54 tooth sprockets. They do sell a 54 tooth sprocket that they make in-house. Okay, and it's just right now it's just really hard to get parts for a Soooo. So I can't find any parts for Soooo. I can't find any Soooo sprockets unless I want to import it from China. Okay, and I don't want to do that. It takes like months to do that, and I don't, you know, I want to get it like right away. So the Lunacycle is not far from me. Okay, so I went with the 54. This is designed to work with this adapter right here. So the reason Lunacycle made this is so you can use other sprockets. You can use a Honda sprocket. So this, what this does is it allows you to use Honda sprockets, a Cr80 sprocket. So you can, they're more easier to find than the Soooo ones. It's kind of like the reason why Hayes Omega got a Honda Gram locking nut for the axle, because it's a lot easier to find than a Soooo one. They don't just sell Soooo ones. So this allows us to use, you know, parts that are readily available on the market. Okay, so why doesn't Hayes Omega recommend this? Okay, there's two things I don't recommend on this. I don't recommend using this. Okay, Hayes Omega did not want to go this route, but I have to because I can't find any other sprockets. And this will kind of solve the problem with me finding future sprockets, because I just use Honda sprockets. Okay, I use sprockets for a Cr80. Okay, it's a 4-bolt pattern Cr80 sprocket. Okay, they should be pretty common to find. You can probably find them for like 20 bucks or something. They sell different kinds. They sell fancy ones, and you know, they sell aftermarket ones, and you know, steel ones, aluminum ones. So there you get a lot more variety if you use this. Okay, so basically what this does is it adapts the hub to on your Soooo wheel to work with this Cr80 style sprockets. Okay, so you have a much greater selection of sprockets. Okay, I don't really know what the different sizes are. I don't even know if they sell a 60-tooth one, but like I said, there's a 54 right here, so we're gonna try that out. Okay, but so why doesn't Hayes Omega recommend using these adapters and stuff? Well, it's more stuff to fail. Okay, so you can see the way this adapter is designed. Okay, and I think you can just buy the adapter, but I bought the whole kit because I needed this sprocket also. So this is the adapter right here. It's made out of stainless steel, so it's very strong, very tough, and it won't rust, so that's a good thing. It is kind of heavy, but like I said, your trade-off is you want it to be really strong. Okay, and you want it to be straight and everything. So hopefully, you know, when they made this, hopefully it's perfectly straight, so you don't get any like vibrations or the chain doesn't come off or anything. So basically it looks like it's 2 pieces of steel put together. Okay, there's one plate riveted to another plate. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just to make it thicker. I see. It's so the hub fits over it. Okay, the hub has this little star pattern. I think it goes on like this. I'm not sure. Well, when we actually install it, we'll do the thing. I'll show you how it looks like when it's installed. But what's the reason Hayes Omega doesn't recommend this? Well, it's the same reason I don't recommend using this guy. Okay, this little chain adapter dealie. I'm gonna use the chain that I have for my 62 sprocket already, and I'm just gonna cut it down is what I'm gonna do, so I don't have to use 2 master links. Okay, so the reason I don't recommend you use the 2 master links, okay, let me show you this. I might just sell this to see if somebody wants this, but yeah, I got an extra master link right here, so that's good. I got a spare master link. Oh, this is for an O-ring chain. Okay, so okay, I didn't think about that. So if you do not have an O-ring chain, you cannot use this. So I can't actually use this. I don't have an O-ring chain. But what this does is, what this little kit does here, and it comes with this kit, it allows you to adapt the stock 48 tooth chain to work with this. Okay, to work with the 54 tooth. So all you got to do is add this to your chain, and then it'll work. But I'm using the chain for the 62 sprocket, so it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I don't recommend this because it has a second master link. So if you run 2 master links, that's an extra part to fail. Okay, and then to get you stranded on the trail. So I don't recommend using 2 master links. That's a no-go. That's more things to fail. So that's why I don't recommend it. And that's why I don't recommend this. This has 2 sets of bolts that could fail. Okay, the one going to the hub and then the one going to the sprocket. So you got more bolts that could come out and fail. Okay, so that's why I really didn't want to do this, but I
kind of have to because I can't find any sprockets. Okay, as of this video, I cannot find any sprockets, so that's why that's why I went with this guy. Okay, honestly, I wanted to try it out and make a video about it anyway, so it's a win-win. So I can find and use a Honda sprocket. Okay, easily find one on eBay or something, or my local motorcycle shop for a Cr80. Okay, and yeah, so I have a greater access to sprockets. Okay, right now I can't find any sprockets anywhere. Okay, I think Soooo USA sells sprockets, but they wanted like $75 for their sprocket, and they wanted to charge like $20 ship. That's already like $100. It's already costs more than this, and then I have more chance to buy, like, I have a greater selection of sprockets in the future with this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You can buy cheaper sprockets. So in the long run, you're probably gonna save more money with this, okay? Provided it holds up to the abuse. And I will do a follow-up video on this in the future after I beat the crap out of it, and I'll let you know if it can hang with Hades Omega's riding, okay? Because sure enough, the 62 sprocket couldn't, okay? I broke it, you know, doing like some hard enduro stuff. So, but that's why I recommend not getting too big a sprocket, okay? If you don't think you're going to be riding around a whole lot of rocks and stuff, then, you know, that's fine. But hey, sometimes Hades Omega does that kind of stuff. So, and I think, you know, a smaller sprocket will be better because you won't damage it as easily. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what comes with the kit. So that is the disclaimer. I don't recommend this because it's more things to fail. Okay, but you can bet Hades Omega is going to put as much Loctite on the bolts as he can, so to make sure this doesn't come off. Okay, if the bolts do come loose, what could happen is these the holes on the hub here, on the hub adapter, could elongate. Okay, and then your chain will like never stay on there anymore. It'll always kind of move, and then the bolts will keep on falling out. Okay, so there's no push drive hub or anything on the Light B. It's a pretty simple machine. Okay, but yeah, so it looks like a very nice piece of engineering, I'll tell you that. Very well crafted. It has a bunch of rivets for this plate, onto this plate, okay? And so I guess this goes to the Soooo hub, okay? And then this goes onto your sprocket, okay? I'd imagine you're probably going to reuse the bolts on your current hub, okay? And the stock hub uses 5 bolts, and the new sprocket uses 4 bolts, okay? And that's why. So in this kit, I got a fancy set of bolts. They're made out of titanium, okay? Whether it's made out of titanium or not, I don't know. I know stainless steel is slightly magnetic. That's one way to tell. Honestly, Hades Omega doesn't know if titanium is magnetic. I don't think it is. And these do not look like they attract the magnet. At least much. It could just be stainless steel. I don't know, but they look very nice. Okay, so it says here Soooo Luna Cr80 T screws. So these are supposedly they're titanium screws. Whether, I don't know how to tell if they're titanium, but I'll tell you this: it's not magnetic. So it could be stainless steel. Stainless steel is slightly magnetic. It should attract a magnet, but just barely. Okay. I don't know if titanium can attract a magnet. I don't know if there's any way to tell they're titanium. I mean, it's supposed to be really light and strong, right? That's titanium. Okay, let me go take a couple of them out and take a look. Quick look. So there's the nut right there. Very pretty looking. It's got like, looks like a nylon washer on it. Uses a lock nut. It is very light. I can feel it. It feels like it's about as heavy as like aluminum or something. Okay, and it's kind of got this kind of rainbow patterns on it. Hopefully it stays in there, but like I said, you can bet Hades Omega is going to put a lot of Loctite on that puppy. Okay, that's the nut, and there's the bolt. Okay, so that's what the bolt looks like. It's kind of rainbow colored like the other one. I don't know if that's the way titanium is supposed to look, or they just kind of, you know, they did something to make it look like that color. But it's kind of like a yellow, a purple, and blue color. Okay, and then like a kind of stainless or like a metal color. Okay. It uses a Allen wrench to tighten it, okay? It is very light. It is very light, I'll tell you that. Hopefully it's strong. It's got to be put up to a lot of abuse, okay? Okay, it just goes together like that. And there's a nylon locking nut to keep it from coming out, but I will be using a lot of Loctite to mount them, okay? And it is also a tapered tapered bolt also. Okay, so you can see there's a taper. Okay, so there's a little bit, you can see there's a taper to it. So I'd imagine, I don't know, that's a good question. This doesn't seem like it's tapered. Okay, nothing seems like it's tapered on this. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully these are okay to use, but it's self-centering because it is tapered. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's the bolts right there. You get 4 of them. At least I think you get 4. And it comes with some washers too. They look like just stainless steel washers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. Okay. So these are the ones that you would mount for the actual sprocket to here. Okay. I will be installing this after I install it on there. Okay. So there's the adapter hub. We looked at it earlier, and this is the chain link kit that comes with it. Just note that this comes with O-ring. This is a master link for O-ring. Okay, so it's a little longer. Yeah, it's a little longer or thicker than a standard chain that doesn't have O-ring. So if I can't use this because I don't have O-ring chain. Okay, so I can't use it anyways. So I'll probably, if anybody wants this, let me know. I'll sell it to you for like $5 or something. But here's what it comes with. If we're doing an unboxing, it comes with a link of chain. It looks like 1, 2, 3 links. Okay, and it comes with a master link. Okay, so it's kind of like 4 links actually. And it comes with the master link, the clip, the side plate, and 4 O-rings. Okay, one for each side of the chain. Okay, it doesn't come with a packet of grease, so you're probably gonna have to get your own chain grease and grease the pins when you put it in there. Okay, but I will not be using this. Okay. Okay, and then there's your sprocket. Which side installs? I don't know. It's a good question. I guess you can install either way you want. So this is supposed to be this is an in-house made Lunacycle sprocket. One thing I do like about Lunacycle is if they don't have parts available, they make them in-house. Okay, so that's one thing I'm thankful for. Lunacycle, thanks for making parts for the Soooo because like you guys are always out of freaking Soooo parts, and I know it's not their fault, man. People keep on buying them, and there's always a shortage, and it comes from China, and it takes forever to get it. I understand, okay, but yeah, they make these in-house in America, okay, made in America, and yeah, so it looks a little different than a Lunacycle sprocket. Okay, that's the Lunacycle sprocket, and this is the Lunacycle. This is the Lunacycle Soooo sprocket. Okay, this one you just directly bolted onto the bike. Okay, this one you have to use the adapter. Okay, so that's the difference between a Cr80 sprocket and a Soooo sprocket. Okay, it's 5 bolts versus the 4 bolts. Okay, the design is totally different. Okay, this one is just like shaped like a star. Okay, this one is not shaped like a star. It's shaped like, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8 spokes compared to this. I feel this is probably a lot stronger than that. Okay, so hopefully this will have a less chance of bending when if it does take a hit. It's stainless steel. It's very strong and it doesn't rust. Okay, so that's a good thing also. So hopefully it lasts a good long time. If you ever bend it or break it, you can always just buy one for a Honda Cr80. Okay, so that's the beauty of using this guy, is that you can use parts for a Honda. Okay, there are easier, much readily available compared to Soooo parts. Okay, that's what I want to say. Okay, so yeah, this is just kind of like a souvenir. I'm not going to use that anymore, and then we're going to chuck this 48-2 sprocket right here. Okay. Okay, so that is the unboxing. You get the 54-2 sprocket, you get the adapter, you get the bolts for the adapter. I imagine you're going to reuse the bolts that are already on the sprocket, and you get a link of chain for O-ring kit. Okay, and that was all $78 to my door. I think it's $65. It's actually not a bad deal. It's a pretty good price for considering what you get. Okay, but whether it'll hold up to Hades Omega's use, we'll find that out. Okay, so all right, so in the next part of the video, we will go install this puppy on the wheel. I probably won't install it on the bike quite yet, so we'll wait for a later clip for that. All right, here's big out. Also, another thing to note is I bought this. I ordered this on December 19th, and I received it today, December 24th. Okay, that's why I'm shooting the video right now. So it took about 5 days to get it. That's not bad, dude. You know, if I ordered it from China, it would have taken like 2 months to get to me. You know, that type of thing. Stuff from China either gets to you fast or it doesn't get to you fast. So, especially now during the pandemic, it's just tough to order anything out of the country. Okay, but yeah, it took 5 days for me to get it. I live in San Jose, California, and it comes from their warehouse in El Segundo. So that they're the closest Soooo parts, you know, retailer to me. Okay, so. And these are not Soooo parts, by the way. These are all Lunacycle in-house made. All right. Here's a little more info on it. It uses a 4-hole rear sprocket from a Honda Cr80 CRF85. I'll put a subtitle below. CRF 150R sprocket on your Soooo. So if it's strong enough for a 150R, man, that sprocket can take a lot of punishment. I've raced against CRF 150Rs, and those bikes are no joke. They're fast. Okay. Take advantage of the plentiful 4-bolt 420 chain Honda aftermarket sprockets on the market. So plentiful is the key word. Okay. Made from 304 stainless steel for long corrosion-free service. It's a 2-piece riveted design for strength and weight savings. Okay, I guess. It says it's a 130 BCD mounting holes, so it should fit any 4-bolt Cr80 sprocket. Okay, so when you're looking for a sprocket to replace this, you want to look for a Honda Cr80, and you want to make sure it has 4-bolt holes. Okay, I think some of them do come with 5. You want to use the 4-bolt ones. Okay. It includes stainless steel mounting hardware, countersunk bolts, and nuts. Okay, but these are the titanium ones. Okay, I don't know if they're really made out of titanium, but they're pretty light, and they didn't break or anything. So it's gunmetal gray, and they buffed and polished it. Okay, so yeah, it looks just pretty nice. I'll tell you that. And so the compatibility guide, it says here on the Lunacycle website, when you shop for a sprocket, match this to make sure it's a 4-bolt 130 BCD. I don't know what that 130 BCD means. I'll put a subtitle below. Most model years following Hondas will have that sprocket. So you want to search for a Cr80, Cr85, and a CRF 150R. Okay, I think some of them are like 5 bolts, but just make sure it has a 4-bolt pattern and it's for like a Cr80, a CRF 85, or CRF 150R. Okay. There you go. That's some extra info. If you're looking to replace this sprocket in the future, that's what you would look for. Okay, and the good thing is, like, they're much easier to find than this. So, oh yeah. So a little more extra info is that Lunacycle does sell Vortex Sprockets, and they sell their own in-house made sprockets. Okay, for the Cr80 adapter, they sell their own sprockets and aftermarket Vortex Sprockets. Okay, the Vortex ones are fancy looking. Okay, this is made out of stainless steel. It's not super duper light, okay, but it's very strong. Okay, and it won't rust or anything. So yeah, but you can also use also use aftermarket sprockets. Any, you know, Sun, I think, makes some. Renthal makes some. You know, and any kind of aftermarket brand that'll fit the Cr80 bike will work for this. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. If Lunacycle was all out of stock of sprockets, we can buy one like on eBay for a Cr80. So we don't have to rely on Lunacycle to provide us with the sprockets. Okay, but Lunacycle does sell sprockets for this adapter also. Okay, I bought the cheaper one. Okay, the 54 tooth. I think the Vortex ones, they didn't have a 54 tooth also, so it doesn't really matter. I wanted to try the 54 tooth out. So I will be doing a later review on the 54 tooth sprocket about what I think about it. Okay, I haven't ridden with it yet, but I wanted something in between a 60 and a 48 tooth sprocket, so I could still have a little more top speed than the 60 tooth, but more torque than a 48 tooth. And I think, and it has a smaller diameter than a 60 tooth, so there's less chance of it getting damaged on rocks and stuff. Okay, because I ride, like, you know, hard enduro stuff sometimes. All right,